Check. Game number 1.
Rocky Carson serving 0-0.
Welcome, everybody, to the 2011 Echelon National Racquetball Championships. We are here in Fullerton, California. You are watching the number 2 ranked player in the world in the white, named Rocky Carson,
Side out.
against, in the green, the number 1 player in the world, also on a huge streak, 112 straight wins, Kane Waselenchuk. I'm Sean Royster alongside 2 of the greatest players of all time, Sudsy Monchik and Cliff Swain.
Side out.
Fellas, thanks for joining us. I'm looking forward to calling this match with you. Right off the bat, we got to ask the obvious question here. I need to hear from both of you. Who's your pick in this match? So start with you, Cliff.
Well, from history, recent history, and from what I'm seeing this week, and I think it's going to be three quick ones. Rocky certainly is capable. It's just I didn't think he was playing great this weekend, and Kane is. But every day is a new day, and got to play the match. It's not impossible for Rocky to win this match, but Kane just on a mighty roll and playing spectacular.
And Sudsy, you mentioned, I think, in previous broadcast about how Rocky has brought Kane to the distance. I mean, there was a couple Game 5s. I don't know if they were all last season or you can help us out with that. But I think there were 2 specific that you mentioned where Rocky had pushed the match to a Game 5, and it ended up being a 12-10 situation. So what do you see happening in this match today, Suds?
Yeah, I have to agree with Cliff. And actually, those 2 matches, I believe, were this season. They were 2 5-gamers back-to-back, which Rocky lost both of them in 5. And then I believe the next 4 times Rocky and Kane met in the finals, they were 3 straight. It was kind of like Kane wanted to send a message, hey, you played great, kid, but it's not your time yet.
2-0.
Unfortunately, their time is together at the same time, and Rocky just happens to be playing at the same time as Kane. And I think Kane's going to win this in 3. I think it's going to be real tough for Rocky to pull this off.
One.
Just makes it look way too easy. All the time.
I'm constantly amazed how many balls he's allowed to hit from center court like that. It seems like nobody gets him out of the middle.
And that's not going to work.
That's tough. Very tough to do. He's got that ball basically sucked all the way up against the glass, takes it from about chest high and rolls it.
4-0.
Like Cliff said, there's just no pressure being applied to him constantly. I've seen it done in spurts, maybe 1 or 2 points, but it's clearly not enough. Rocky's playing here today in front of his home crowd. Clearly, it's probably 80% Rocky fans and 20% Kane fans. And he's going to have to really impose his physical will to have a chance here.
Rocky yet to score a point, 0-4. Big long serve there.
Rocky's serves have to be clean. They can't catch the sidewall and come to the middle because Kane, you give him 1 chance is usually 1 chance too many, and definitely can't give him 2.
Long, side out.
And you definitely can't be hitting. You just can't have too many double faults either. That's for sure.
Back-to-back long serves again for you folks at home.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, just want to make sure everybody understands what they're doing here. This service box that Kane in the green is standing in between, he's got to hit the ball past that short line and bounce before it hits the back wall. It's good hustle.
Two bounces.
Yeah,
let me tell you something. You know what I noticed, and Cliff and I have touched on this all week, Sean? Even Kane, he's up 4-0. He's playing a lot tighter to Rocky. He's putting more physical pressure on Rocky.
Yeah, he's all over him.
He's all over him. He's in his pocket. Notice that when they're in center court, Kane's real close, real tight. Let's see if Rocky tries to do the same thing to make Kane feel uncomfortable when he's hitting the ball.
I never see it. I don't see him do it. I haven't seen them play every single time they play.
It's a great
That's
kid.
Good get.
Down. Side out. Four 0.
So appropriate for me to ask you this, Cliff, since you're a fan of drive serving for the last 500 years, every single serve.
5-0.
You forgot
never
about the pro-ams that he does it to, the amateurs also.
Yeah, and the sponsor doubles.
Yeah.
Kane, you never look at him standing straight up, hitting a lob serve. I don't know. I've seen that very much out of him.
I have a feeling that he feels so confident and kind of wants to rub it in that I can beat you this way. I mean, he didn't say anything to me like that. I think he feels like he's good enough to win anyway.
6-0.
And by the way, it's not only my drive serve while I'm, kicking everyone's rear end throughout many, many weeks in a row. I think he'll just do it however he wants to do it, and that's how he feels. Sadzi, what do you think?
You have a thought there?
You see, can I interrupt?
Yeah.
I mean, see how many balls in the middle? I just can't. I'm always surprised. Not only are they in the middle, they're coming like 2 miles an hour, and he gets to kiss them around the court. Just nobody blasts them out of the middle. Not that it's easy to do by any stretch, but from 40 feet against Kane, you can't be trying to roll out a ball from into the corner,
And Rocky's going to think this one over as he has yet to score a point. 7-0, Kane Waselenchuk. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are witnessing the vengeance of Kane Waselenchuk as he has been on a run just murdering everybody in, 112 streak, which is
Time in.
just impressive in any sport. And right now he is
7-0.
showing the way that he does things as Rocky Carson, who's a phenomenal player, has yet to score a point here in this final. Technique, the wheels that he's got. He put stretching out, take like a full lunge, and to take a flat swing like that was extremely impressive.
Cliff, I want to ask you too, and Sean, knowing from being out there on the court and being a professional racquetball player, you can look into someone's eyes, and you can really do it in life also. I just don't see the belief in Rocky's eyes anymore when he steps on the court with Kane.
Yeah, Cliff's made a pretty decent point that Kane doesn't allow you to even be in these matches now.
Well, it's so true that even if you do everything right, he's so good that you're not always going to win. But it could happen more occasionally with a little bit of a different strategy, and it's still a huge task because there isn't anything you can't do.
Do you think Rocky has the tools, Cliff, John, to be able to actually go out and execute and beat him?
I think he has the tools to do it once out of 10 or 20 times.
That's
More
what
regularly,
no.
no.
Yeah.
More than half, or no, not at all to do it regularly. But to do a couple things differently to get a little bit more close. If Kane has a bad day, then maybe.
9-0.
You?
No. I think he does. I think everything's going to have to work in his favor. I think, in Rocky's favor.
Look at him.
Look at what Kane.
look
he's
at
kind of, for the fans at home.
Between the
what
legs.
he's doing right now is
No look.
It's kind of obnoxious.
Just missed
and
that.
not in a bad way. I'm not saying that like in a sarcastic, like he's being obnoxious. He's not thinking, let me make Rocky look silly, but he's kind of, it's an obnoxious way to play your opponent,
In a final of a national championship.
And for the fans at home, that this is the first time they have MAV TV on and they're watching professional racquetball, understand this, that even if you're not really understanding what's going on or racquetball, understand that the guy in the green has won 112 consecutive matches against the greatest players in the world in this sport of racquetball. So grasp that and really follow that. And even if you Google it and check it out and see, hey, how's Kane Waselenchuk doing? What he's doing is impressive. It's amazing. And I don't know what else to say except and I know Cliff too would love to get out there and play this match.
I would. Yeah, it's awesome, and I'd love to. Even if I got tuned up too, I like it. I'd like to be out there. It's fun to watch.
It's just a fight, Yeah. The other thing that I remember about being on tour in the era that you guys were on board and just dominating was the what's going on outside here?
I didn't hear the words timeout from anybody.
Yeah,
but
nobody called a timeout.
I don't know what happened there.
that's a technical. If you walk off the court without calling timeout,
and that's what Charlie, I think, is explaining.
What's going on?
that's not a warning situation either. You don't just walk off the court, So
Yeah,
what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to be assessed the timeout, and you're supposed to be assessed a technical. You can't
You have a lot of experience with technicals, don't you, Cliff?
I didn't get one till I was, 20 years into it.
Sean, tell everybody what a technical is.
So a technical foul here in racquetball basically is if the judgment call is it's also defined in the rule book. Basically, it's anybody who's out of hand. If you can earn one, you lose a point. Bottom line, and you're assessed a technical if you slam a racket, if you cuss, if you do any of these things that are inappropriate on the court. And there's a few rules like walking out of the court
Rocky
without
was
calling
awarded
a
a
timeout. You can get
technical
one
for
too.
taking a timeout he
Yep.
already used.
Look at this.
Score is 10, serving -1.
10 serving -1. So
my
that's
God.
what happened. The technical happened. And not only is he going to lose.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, wow. Rocky.
And I'd like to see Rocky right there get in his face or something. And I tell you what, I was watching
Yeah.
Rocky's. He was looking at him. Rocky did not like
Rocky
that.
was watching
Now,
him.
I don't know if that means he's going to do anything about it, but he was looking at him like, I don't like that.
No, he didn't like that at all.
He
Really?
like
I didn't
that.
see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no,
I was staring at Rocky
yeah,
the whole time.
Me too.
Yeah. And what I saw was Rocky looking at him like, oh, really? Like, I mean, he basically embarrassed him by giving him
Right.
not only a donut,
Right.
but a -1. That doesn't happen very often.
Look for
But
Rocky to try to send him
Rocky
into the
might
middle
get a
of
little
his back.
nasty, and I'm going to tell you both something. During this interview that I had, the pregame interview, Rocky, I asked him, I said, do you feel like it's better for you? Do you feel like it's better for you to play like a yoga instructor out there and keep it calm?
Did you
Or-
really?
Yeah, I said, or do you feel like it's good to grind your teeth and, do a little bumping and get nasty? And he said, hey, if I need to get physical with somebody, I'm ready. But
Testing. One,
I
two,
feel like
three.
it's
Hey,
better for me to
I want to make.
ignore
I
that
want you
stuff
to make
and
so
just to
much
stay focused.
noise that they can hear you back in
I
Houston,
normally
Texas, where we
agree.
came
Like,
from.
just
All
go
right,
about
come
your
on,
business,
stand up. Let's hear
and
some
little
noise.
things happen.
There you
But
go.
Hold on, that's not going to be
Make it
worth it.
fast.
Let's All right, welcome back to Fullerton, California. The excitement has grown a little bit. We got a little extra energy, Sudsy and Cliffy. This is what I saw leaving the court. Kane goes absolutely bonkers, basically because he not only shut Rocky out, but he gave him a -1, right?
Short.
And then gets all fired up and starts screaming and yelling like, like a primate here, just going nuts and getting the crowd involved. Like, yeah, but I didn't quite hear what he was saying. But what I did see was Rocky's face, and Rocky didn't like it at all.
Side up.
And what I was about to tell you guys at the break was I had a conversation with Rocky in the pregame interview about, hey, do you feel like it's better to keep a calm, smooth composure like a
0-0.
yoga instructor? Or is it best to start
That's
bumping
funny.
around and getting nasty here? Grind your teeth and let's play hard, and if
Right.
you got to go to battle, let's do it. And he said, listen, if I need to get physical, I'll do it. But I think it's best for me to stay calm and not get involved in that stuff. That's the quote.
I don't necessarily agree with Rocky as far as best to stay calm, because obviously staying calm hasn't been working.
Hold on. Let's listen to what they're doing here. Rocky's going to step out of the court, talk to the referee.
Zero.
And actually, the initial scream of 11 to -1
Right in his
was
face.
kind of right in his face.
Right directly in his face. And I agree with, if you're winning, go about business as usual and win the match, and that's all that really matters. But when you're getting absolutely
He's gonna hit
pounded on,
Wow.
Slice.
Oh, down, skip. One.
You know what? It doesn't seem like Rocky's hitting the ball very hard,
when you're getting absolutely pounded on, and then the guy, not only does he scream in excitement, that's fine. But
0-0.
intentionally in your face, scream. I say it requires a response of some type.
That's the policing each other, right? Kind of.
Like if I were Rocky's coach, or if it were my son, I would say
That's
Down,
skip.
2-2.
I thought it skipped.
he's mocking you and he's showing you up, and you don't have to do anything about it. But
0-0.
I feel like it deserves some
Suds, I cut you
response.
off
I don't know.
earlier.
Okay.
I cut you off earlier. You were talking about how you disagree with Rocky. You don't think it needs to be get involved in that.
Yeah, I don't think anything he's doing is working. So the staying calm part hasn't worked all year or really in the career. I don't know if he's ever beat him. We're gonna have to go to the stats. So no, if you have to get physical, change something, do something different. Maybe you should be the one yelling in his face. Maybe you should be the one, sending a message by putting one in the middle of his back. Just to wake
Maybe
him
yell
up
back
and
at him right then
something.
and there, or anything.
We're not saying be bad sportsmen. We're not
Definitely
saying
not that.
racquetball is a Neanderthal sport. It's not about that. It's about competing in life, and it's about trying to. These guys are two pro athletes competing. Rocky is clearly hands down the number 2 ranked player in the world, and Kane, it looks like right now he's just on a separate planet. I mean, now it's 2-0. It's 13 to -1. He's not playing an amateur at home that never saw this game.
And it's not a first-round match either.
That's what I mean.
This is the finals against the second best player in the world. That's
and hands down the second best player.
Right.
Rocky's tons of points ahead.
Side out.
Kane motioning as if he thought that
0-2.
skipped.
I thought it was good myself.
I thought
It was
I
good.
thought it
Yeah,
was
I
good.
thought it was also. Which means it was, if all three of us said it was.
Side out.
I don't like that serve against him, Cliff. No.
Just straight in,
He's
pound it
straight
to one
in.
side or the
He
other.
needs to keep it as tight to the glass as he
2-0.
can, especially on this court. Maybe he'll lose it in a glare. Maybe he'll lose it in somebody's shirt outside the court. But he's way too talented, way too gifted. He's got great hands. If it's not perfect, he's going to do that all day.
It's kind of the no-look
Second serve.
drive serve. And it appears as Kane is just toying around here. Just really just doing whatever he wants. He lobs her, which you never see him do. Hitting little flicks.
It's pretty tight on him right there.
Yep. It's right there, too. See how he's
Yeah.
looking first for contact.
Yeah.
First thing Kane's looking for, if you watch his body and the way he moves,
He gets
he's
his
moving
ass.
towards Rocky.
Yeah.
After he hits the shot. He's not moving away. He's not
3-0.
He's not conscious of where he's at. He's conscious of where's Rocky.
And it's good. It's the way you should do it, I think. He does it just right.
Well done.
Yeah, that's just nasty. He's far enough away that it's safe and close enough to make him very uncomfortable.
4-0.
So far, 15 points scored for Kane Waselenchuk in the series, and it's -1 for Rocky.
If this was an amateur match, he'd be halfway
Second
done. Amateurs play to 15,
Right.
not 11. 2 out of 3. Pros play to 11, 3 out of 5. It's a little bit sad, I gotta be honest, man. I'm watching it, and we know them both personally, and Rocky's a great guy.
Very good guy.
He's a good guy, good family man,
0-4.
great athlete. Kane also, same exact. Can't say enough great things about Kane, and it's sad that there's such a discrepancy.
Side out.
Straight in, Cliff, like you said.
4-0.
You're just saying firing some
Both
drive
sides
serves to
straight
him.
and hard. Don't catch the side wall. That's it. Just hit as hard as you can. And take it from there. At least you're on the offensive. And Kane handles it
Point.
really, really well anyway, but it's going to be more difficult than some of that tricky stuff.
I mean, explain. What do you guys think of this call? I look at
5-0.
Rocky stature here. He looks like the bigger, the stronger guy. But then right now, I'm seeing the ball go at least. It feels like 20 miles an hour faster than what Rocky's hitting.
Side out.
I mean, I know Rocky can pound the ball. That last one was a good example of how hard Rocky can hit. But it just seems like overall, in general, in this match right now, Kane is hitting
0-5.
with much faster velocity. What do you think?
Yeah.
Saying it,
At
right?
least 20 miles per hour. Right, Cliff?
Yeah, it's at least 20, and he hits it cleaner, so it's got less spin on it. It skids on the floor a little bit more, and it's because his technique's better.
Skip.
It's
Crowd goes crazy for the first point on the board. Rocky keeps about his dead face. as he could keep, because he's not just trying to score 1 point in the finals.
And
1-5.
He just got himself to 0, basically.
right, and I'll tell you, I know.
Well, maybe. Sorry.
Not
go
from experience or history, but Kane's not happy about giving up that point. That's how you take that shot.
Good hands, both players.
Quite sure that Kane could have played a couple sports. It's not,
Well, he
not-
did, didn't he?
not
Come
much.
close, Cliff. You're a big hockey fan, didn't he? Come close. Wasn't he looked at by the Edmonton Oilers in the NHL? Or
I don't know if I never asked him that specifically, so I'm not sure. But I know he plays,
okay, so do you.
and I'm sure he's
How
good
do
at
you
it.
think? How do you think hockey helped you in your professional career and your dominant, amazing career that you had?
Go on. I think that it makes you strong for sure. Cardio, also for sure. You know the yeah the leg workout is
1-5.
amazing, and
In a
I
case
know it's a tough sport, and I
anybody
like
takes
it.
their rackets off, you're ready to fight.
And hopefully they don't.
Well, yeah, right. Never knew you to walk away from that. He just has Rocky just has no pace, no pop. Pop
Right.
is the word you use in racquetball on his ball, and we know he could hit the ball pretty hard.
He can. I do think that he's capable of more, and could, like I said before, he could compete more frequently than he does with Kane. And I think his strategy is a little bit off. Just the more closely I watch, the cut serves and the jams, and just pound it as hard as you can, straight in, straight out, and like that. I don't even. What is that? That's not good.
Point.
What?
I know his coach Fran Davis, who's been working with him, and Fran, really knows the game. She's one of the greatest coaches in the world.
6-1.
You've worked with her. I've worked with her. I know she tells me personally that she has struggled with getting Rocky to break that habit of flicking and slicing and try to pound it more.
Well, just like that return there, that he hit like that Z ball instead of just pounding one straight in. Do you agree? You know what I mean?
I don't.
That
he
works
doesn't-
like at the club, against your buddy,
7-1.
not here.
I just
7
hope
serves,
Rocky
1.
doesn't get another technical and score no points this
I
match.
mean, that'd be. Look at this spin around move.
Side up. One 7.
His anticipation is exceptional.
I like Kane's shirt. I bet Cliff doesn't.
No, I do like it. I do.
Sean?
I'm not a big fan of that color.
Side up.
Kobe Bryant's doing some weird yellows and greens too, but
Kane's.
not really my-
Hey guys, I think you didn't see that.
7-1.
Kane's starting to have a little fun. He looked over at us.
Oh, did he?
I
Yeah, he
missed
gave us the look of, what do you want me to do next?
Oh, he's gonna do it with the drive serve now. That's not a good sign.
It's just a different speed right now, folks.
It's so
Flat.
accurate. Doesn't catch the sidewall. Stays low, and that's it. Rocky's last
8-1.
drive serve went front wall, sidewall, and kicked to the middle.
Sean, you're a broadcaster. Cliff and I are helping you out here, filling in, a little color
9-1.
commentary. And I asked you yesterday, what do you do here to make this entertaining?
I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a bit speechless.
Yeah,
I haven't said anything.
and I'm never at a loss for words. I'm starting to not know what to say.
I mean, he's taking off-balance shots like this. Some of the shots, I feel like both feet are in the air and he's taking swings. Yeah, I mean, when a guy's dominating
10-1.
like this, all you can do is sit back and watch. I mean, we can continue to tell everybody how amazing he is and
When do we
how
talk
good he is
about
at
the
everything. But
streak itself and forget about just the streak?
yeah, I mean, I asked him about that even in the pregame interview. He doesn't seem to care much about it. At least he says that. Oh, and then he bumps into him and screams. But I think that the
Screaming
bump-
and a bump into him.
That's just it's enough to really make you feel no bueno. This match is going to be over quickly for a final with the number 1 and number 2 player in the world.
Welcome to 2011
Kane is
Echelon
really entertaining the crowd. And
Echelon is extremely proud to be working with the IRT.
bottom line, it's game 3 when we get back. Rocky Carson has really yet to score points. I mean, it's -1 and 1 in game 1 and 2.
This event
We'll be right back.
provides the ideal and thousands of members across the country. Hope you enjoy yourself here at the 2011 Echelon Nationals.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for game 3?
We are back at the Meridian Sports Clubs for the 2011 Echelon Nationals. Number 2 player in the world, Rocky Carson, has really struggled so far. I mean, easy for me to sit out here and talk about this. I don't know what it's like in there for Rocky. I just can say that I would love to see a little bit more fight. I feel like it's a generality between all of us. We all kind of feel that. I just want to see him grind his teeth and scream in his face and let this crowd behind him. This is his home crowd. Listen to him. They love him. They want to see him extend this match and put up a fight. We want to see him fight. We're just not seeing that. I kind of asked him in the pregame interview. I mean, I just want to kind of instigate him to bump him, and it looks like when we're off the air, fellas, you both said the same thing. You kind of wish you could go over there, get in his face and say,
incredible
come
right
on.
there.
Good hands.
And he agrees with it that he's incredible from the dance that he did right there.
You like that, huh?
0-1.
Cliff's a big fan. I would have taken one right off the face if I did that. That's why I didn't do it against them.
Rocky. People screaming and yelling, going crazy for Rocky.
Now, I know it's not going to happen, but I'm going to say this anyway, just in case, how much fun it would be. How about if, you know, like, it'd be, you know, we talk about how impossible it is for these guys to beat him. How about being down 2-0, catching a beating of your life, and pulling off maybe the most amazing upset in the history of anything if he came back and won this? Impossible? Cliff, impossible?
No, it's definitely not impossible. Way stranger things have happened in the sports world, but I don't know if you guys saw that serve, but Kane ripped it right back up the middle. I think it went between Rocky's legs.
He's overmatched.
Huge ace serve from Kane. All tied up 1 apiece here, game 3.
Rocky's on the board.
Second serve.
No
Got
disrespect,
positive numbers.
Rock. We love you, buddy, but hey, short serve comes back with a drive serve.
Point.
Did I just see that correctly? Was that the second serve there?
Uh-huh. Hard one.
It's aggressive.
2-1.
Yeah, now he's going to go back to doing it the way he usually does it.
Executive Director of USA Racquetball, Jim Heiser, just walking by saying hi.
Unbelievable. Hit the shot, looked at the crowd.
Wow. I mean, Cliff, has anybody ever made you say wow when watching racquetball?
3-1.
Yeah, you and him.
Thank you. You've made me say wow too. And so has he.
I'm glad I was right in the middle of this one.
Here comes another drive serve.
I did it when I was playing doubles with Sean one time. Like, wow, you're going to take that one from me too? Wow. Yeah.
Hawaii.
Yeah, played doubles and, you know, had some forehands up the middle. I've hit 1 or 2 good before in my life. And Sean just...
I had to carry him. I just didn't feel like I didn't have enough faith in him.
Yeah.
1-3.
1 serving 3. And we were excited at 1-1. Even that, like it's not like a
opportunity.
flat Cliff. You see how he kind of, like he's swinging, but he's not trying to punish the ball.
Yeah, he doesn't even mind just like
3-1.
taking that open stance and just cutting it in there instead of taking an extra half a step and murdering it, right? Just pounding on it.
Yeah.
Side out.
almost like a lazy movement, but he's not at all lazy. I mean, he hustles, he works hard, and he's in exceptionally good shape. But it's he needs to take that extra half a step and pound away.
Love it.
Jeez, just pounding on it.
Yeah. Oh,
I love that too. Go get it. Get that too.
Yeah. Now he's at 2-3.
And we're chuckling.
Now he scored. Now he scored 3 points. No, 2 points total. That's what's amazing is that through the screaming and the yelling and the encouragement for Rocky, he scored 2 points in this match.
I don't frown on that. They should. I mean, they're trying anything they can. You know?
No, I mean it's just.
No, it's just
Jeez.
the fact that it's.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. Yes.
There he goes, giving us the acknowledgement of hey.
Was that to us again?
Yeah,
Yes,
that was
yeah.
kind of like you guys saw that, right? Because wow,
he's impressed with himself.
He is.
And you know what? Why wouldn't you be?
Kane's a
You do some
historian.
Stuff like this, it's why not?
Yeah, he's looking for Cliff. He's looking for me. He loves that we're at. That's a sick get.
Yeah. You know, right after I said that he doesn't dive much, he's hit the floor a bunch of times and amazing, incredible gets.
And he's hitting the floor because he's working hard. You know, he can.
Yeah.
He's
He doesn't.
He's in control.
He's not interested in trying to win this game 11-5 or 11-7.
Right,
He,
right.
like
He wants to
0,
win
0,
11-2,
0,
whatever,
0,
right.
0,
Love it.
which is that's impressive to be that intense. Oh,
Did he slice that?
yeah, he did.
Jeez, just
Good hands. Good movement.
look
too.
at that. Wow, that's a great get.
Oh wow! Up against the glass.
Little help from the ant.
That's a bunch of great gets right there. That's why you dig it out and get that extra ball like that. You never know, you know. Even if it barely makes the front wall, it does happen. You gotta make everybody you play hit extra shots.
I agree.
I know he scored a couple
How's
points
this?
there, but I don't understand why he's just cutting the serve in there. But
4-3.
Rocky Carson takes his first lead of the match. Seemed impossible there for a while. And now let's see if he can turn this into something. I mean, I'd like to see a run here.
Me too. No, hate it.
Top spin.
I hate it. See that, Kane? Rocky scored a couple points. He's, you know, it's 4-3. Let me go be nice and get into a little conversation with him.
You think that's all
100%.
premeditated?
100% gamesmanship.
Gamesmanship. Head games.
Second serve.
Messing with him. That's what you're saying right now.
That's exactly what I'm saying, buddy. Disgusting.
what was he trying? The reverse pinch from? Is that what that was?
From the ear?
4-4.
And
Did he-
not hard either, Cliff. You know, not with like urgency of let me bomb this at him. If I miss it, let me have it come back at him fast or something. Sean, Cliff, it's been a pleasure working with you.
It has been.
Game
It's been a
time.
fun weekend.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is 5:40, 6 points away, but this could be take about another 180 seconds.
I didn't see it skip, so I got to call it good.
I didn't see it skip, so I got to call it good.
Yeah, the rule is, Sean, as you know, on the professional tour, if the ref doesn't see it, no matter what happens, he has to assume everything was good. So he actually called it right. He just explained it to Kane because Kane immediately looked back looking, hey, that obviously skipped. Charlie said, hey, I didn't see it, so I have to assume it's good. That's the rule. That's the right call.
However, the ball may have skipped.
Doesn't matter. It could have been 2 bounces, skipped.
Did you see it skip?
I thought maybe it did, but it was really close.
You would have given it to him.
Let's just play it over. Let's not even keep score.
Cliff was known to, and I was as well. The ref has a job. Let him make his calls and see what happens.
Ooh, a little contact. Ooh, getting close there. And decides to shred the ball to pieces. You don't really decide to do that.
Who wins a fight here? Who wins if they drop the rackets,
That's a
Cliff? Let's go
great
hockey style. We're going to go with Sean first, and then we're going to go to the great Cliff Swain. Who wins an MMA fight? Kane Waselenchuk or Rocky Carson right now?
I thought of this earlier, and I think just based on the quickness, I'm going with Kane. I just think he's a tougher kid. I think the hockey thing helps. I'm sure he's been in a few of them, and I don't think Rocky would land a whole lot. I think if he
a lot of bobbing and weaving.
if he brings one and just accidentally lands one, I think it might have more power to it. But I think the amount of fury that could come from Kane.
What if it gets to the floor? And then we'll go to Cliff. You still like
I still think Kane gets out of that.
Go ahead,
What do you
Cliff.
say?
I think that they're both very willing, and
5-5.
I think they'd both decide it's for the best that they didn't do it because somebody could get hurt. They're both very strong and athletic, and there's no
Never
automatic
heard that
there.
from Cliff Swain. Pick one.
Yeah.
All right, let me rephrase.
I've never
that.
seen them do it, either one. I think that matters. I know Rocky actually dabbles a little bit
I'm
in
going to rephrase this.
some
then.
MMA stuff.
I'm sorry.
If I had to bet my life on it, because of that, that's the only thing I know is that I'd have to take Rocky, especially if it goes to the ground.
I'm going to rephrase it then because I like the mental toughness, physical toughness. I think translates to in competition and off. Let's watch this point first.
True. You never know.
And then I'll tell you what I was thinking.
No, you can land the plane. I'm
Real quick. If you had to walk down a dark alley, like I always tell people, I would love to walk down a dark alley with Cliff. In a fight, I want to walk down that dark alley with Kane.
Side out.
Five.
All tied up 5-5 here in Game 3. Much closer game here than what we've seen so far.
Is it?
Especially since Rocky ended with a -1 in the first game.
Point.
Just too
Huge
easy.
heat off the backhand.
Yeah, middle of the court though, dead setup.
Yeah.
Just blows it right past him.
Yeah, he's well practiced and he hit the right shot. Yeah, it's just too many balls. I think that two people of the same level, pros all the way down to the complete novice, whoever controls center court the most wins, period. And
it's the greatest advice
Kane's
you've ever given anyone in racquetball.
Kane's almost always in the middle. So, and even when he's not, he's doing really big things everywhere else.
You know what else I admire? Rocky's fans.
5-6.
Very loyal.
Yeah, they are loyal. They're rooting them on, and that's great. Don't stop. Keep it coming.
Side out. 6-5.
This would be win number 113 in a row. I'm going to throw this out there right now. When does he lose? If he wins this one.
No, I mean that's the.
When does he lose?
If he stays healthy,
Look at that serve.
Another phenomenal serve where it's bouncing twice before it hitting the back wall.
At
if he stays
170.
this healthy and stays this intense, it goes as long as he decides. At this point, I see no one that.
You mean until
he's gonna have to
literally
have
the
a bad
day he
day,
retires?
and
Like,
at this point, I just don't see any juniors. I don't see.
Second serve.
But to remain that intense and to not get hurt, and it's not he's not perfect. He's human, but I guess not right this second. He's not. He's definitely got like a special knack, He's just like little things you can't teach, and
What do you
Things he
mean
does.
specifically?
Just like the way he moves, like right there.
Yeah,
and
movement, I
staying out of
think.
the way, and
Right.
but in the way, and just some people are natural, you know, and he's definitely that.
5-8.
5 serving 8. I'd say now's the time if Rocky's going to put up a fight. I'd say now's the time to pull the trigger.
Crucial.
See that ball came off the side wall there? It was a setup.
From the knees.
Oh, it's a great get.
Oh, that might have been 2. Oh, another one from the knees.
Look how low he is right now,
Yes.
guys. No hinder. He's right, Charlie. Ball correct that.
I think that's what I hear the least. I think the most underrated part of Kane's game, and he gets a lot of credit for all of it because it's amazing, is his flexibility. I don't know if it's in the
6-8.
in the hips or the hamstrings or whatever, but he gets extra low and stays square.
Kind of spreads out like a spider.
It's really, really low with little effort, and he's still probably 5'11", maybe 6 feet.
No,
No?
I'm thinking 5'10".
Probably something I should know when I'm.
What are you, Cliff? How tall are you?
5'11".
5'11". I'll tell you, you want to know what's interesting to me as far as I'm concerned, like as history of the sport, I think that
7-8.
2 of the top 3 greatest players of all time are lefty. You know?
Right, yeah.
You know, it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know.
I've had
I don't
people
know how
ask
many
me
sports-
that question, is it an advantage to be left-handed? And a lot of them have said because 2 of the greatest of all time have been lefties. I mean, is that...
Even that.
You should answer that.
I'm
Seth. What do you
sorry,
think of
even that, though. Did you see he had that setup off the side wall and he flicked it? You know?
Yeah.
You can't do that. Jump on a ball and
8-7.
pounce on it. I want to see a controlled,
and-
violent chaos and attack that ball and try to punish it. Do I think it's an advantage? No. I think, at this level, you just go out and you play whoever you're playing. When I was playing Cliff and him and I were battling all those years, and they were great battles, I treated Cliff...
Tough.
Jeez.
I treated Cliff as, the greatest player I've ever played, and
9-7.
it just made me play harder. So no, I don't think it's an advantage or disadvantage.
Oh,
It's just smooth. It's just smooth and simple. And watch Kane's reaction after he wins this match. Watch the point. It'll be like he just won,
right. The greatest man.
First
greatest
one ever.
Yeah, and he told me, and I'll tell you again, he always said to me, he goes, I never remember my wins. I only remember my losses.
Court. Second serve.
First drive serve, I've seen him hit that he took something off. I usually just bomb it,
Pound
but
it,
that
right.
one he kind of tried to just cut it in there over the line.
Rocky showed this game that he could play with him, though.
Match.
what a bad way to finish. But that's it. Kane Waselenchuk basically putting the hands up to his ear.
Ladies
Trying
and
to get the
gentlemen,
crowd
give him a
into
big
it.
Hand, Mr. Rocky Carson, and your winner of the men's pro finals, Kane Waselenchuk.
And that's going to be it for our show. That was the finals. Kane Waselenchuk still on his run of 112 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. For more racquetball on MAV TV, tune into your local cable network and find out if you can get MAV so you can see more exciting racquetball.